The best way to find out what you really need is to get rid of everything that you don't. This is a quote from Marie Kondo, and this is one of my absolute favorite whys and why I'm a minimalist and why I try to declutter my life. And it really comes down to when I have less things, I only choose the things that I really love, and it also reduces the visual clutter that clutters up my brain, clutters up my ability to think clearly, and it really diminishes the amount of choices I have to make in a day. So today is all about decluttering our visual clutter, which I have to say is one of the biggest changes in my life over the past 3 years. I have not always been a minimalist. I was the absolute opposite of a minimalist, and I thought that there had to be decorations and what I guess most of us would call clutter all over my house, because that's what we see in magazines, right, guys? We see that everything has to be just right, and there has to be all these decorations for every holiday. There has to be the right amount of pictures on every shelf. And what it really comes down to is that that was cluttering up my ability to really have breathing room in my house. And I will say that most of those things had no importance to me, didn't have any really sentimental value. It was just things that I would find at Target and I would buy them up because I thought that's what I needed. Today, let's talk about 5 ways that we can get rid of or decrease the amount of visual clutter around our house and give ourselves some breathing space. If you enjoy learning about minimalism and decluttering, then please remember to hit that subscribe button and you will get another video from Minimalese very soon. So one big takeaway that I want you to remember as you're trying to work on getting rid of that visual clutter is that the more visual clutter you have around your house, the more it is zapping your mental capacity for energy and being able to think about what you really want in your life, because it is distracting you from everything around you and it is keeping you from being able to fulfill your full potential. So decluttering that visual clutter around your house is extremely important. So on that note, I'm gonna go with number 1, and that is to reduce the amount of knick-knack stuff, reduce the amount of picture frames that you have out around your house. What I would do Marie Kondo style is I would gather up all of your knick-knacks and your picture frames and your fake plants, put them in one central area, and then really look at the amount you have. If you have a ton and it is filling up an entire room, then it's probably a good sign to you that you have too much, and that a lot of it, you probably don't have that much sentimental value to it, or you don't find a lot of joy in it. I know that's how I felt about a lot of my knick-knacks and picture frames. I would go to Target, I would buy them because I thought that I had to have that. Looking at all the magazines, you think you have to have like 3 books and a vase and the perfect flowers and then everything else to go around with it. You don't need that. That causes a lot of visual clutter. And if you're like me, it causes you a lot of stress because then it's something to clean, it's something you need to keep up with. And if you don't, then it ends up looking bad anyway. And then that's depressing. So get rid of a lot of that excess that you have around the house. And if you do want to keep picture frames, actually my mom brought this up the other day and I thought this was a great idea for her. She wants to get one of those like automatic picture frames that you can put a bunch of pictures on and you can roll through them as they go. And I thought that was a great thing for her because she loves having pictures out and she feels like she has to keep up with them a lot and she doesn't have, up-to-date pictures in them. And so her coming up with that idea, I was like, wow, that's genius for you, because then we can even send her pictures and they will pop up on her picture frame. So she doesn't have to worry about that anymore. Number 2 is one of the most life-changing rules I have ever heard. I guess I heard it from somebody else and kind of just manipulated it to go with my own life. And that is like the 30-second or 1 minute rule. And I think usually people say if you can do a job in 1 minute, then just get it done. Just hurry up and do it. Mine is the 30-second rule because I feel like, when you're doing a workout, they're like, you can do anything for 30 seconds. You got this. And I'm like, well, that's true. Like, I could do about anything for 30 seconds. So in my brain, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna leave those socks on the stairs. It's only gonna take me 30 seconds to run up, throw them in the basket, and come back down and do what I wanna do. On that note, I used to have a basket on my stairs, and I don't even think I have a picture on my phone anymore of what it looked like. I'll have to see. But it's one of those baskets that like sits on the stairs, so it's like shorter and then longer at the bottom. And while that was awesome and it worked really well and I liked the idea of it, it destroyed that 30 seconds rule for me because it gave me a huge excuse to leave a ton of things in this basket on my stairs instead of putting them away. You can do that. And you know what? If you start doing this now, if you continue to do it for like, what do they say? It takes 30 days for something to really become a habit. If you start doing this and you keep telling yourself, this is only gonna take me 30 seconds, it's gonna take me 30 seconds, it's gonna take me 30 seconds, it'll be really quick. Your house will be so much clearer of visual clutter and you'll have so much less out at a time that it will really help you out. Try the 30-second rule, try it for 30 days and see if it sticks because I know it's sticking for me and it has really helped a lot. Number 3 is another one that has literally been life-changing for me, and that is reducing the amount of furniture, excess furniture you have in your house and trying to live with much less excess. Why this is so important? Because a lot of the furniture we have, let's say side tables, coffee tables, couch tables, any flat surface you have around your house has the potential for clutter. If it is a flat surface, it is literally a magnet for clutter. So the rule that I've created for myself is that I got rid of a lot of excess furniture that I didn't need. I got rid of like all of our excess side tables and now we only have some really small ones. I did end up getting a coffee table back, but it is a very small, very light coffee table. I can move it around my house, which is great, but I got it because it's something my husband wanted. So of course you're going to have to go home and you're gonna have to compromise if you are living with other people and you can't just take everything away, even if you want to. But what I will say is getting rid of anything that you guys can compromise on and anything that you feel like is excess or just, if it's just for show, get rid of those things because they will automatically reduce your visual clutter because you won't have something to put something on. You'll have to put it away. So that really, really helps. And putting that in connection with the 30-second rule is gonna be amazing for you and life-changing. Number 4 is creating some kind of drop zone. We do have a table my husband created behind our couch, and that is where we initially drop things. I also have hooks right by the door is where we hang up our book bags. I have my book bag from my job, and then my daughter has her book bag, my purse there. And those are our drop areas. Now, there are areas that I am allowed to leave things there while I am, figuring out what I need to do. Maybe I throw my keys on it, throw my groceries on it, but it's an area that, one, is easy for me to see, so I always declutter it very quickly because it is right there by the door. And 2, it's nice to have one central location where everything goes. Instead of dropping things on the steps and things downstairs and things in the kitchen and things by the front door, I have one area where things go. And then when I come in the door, I know exactly where it goes. My keys get hung up by the door, my book bag gets hung up by the door, and anything excess that I have in my hands that I need to drop while I am taking my shoes off and my coat, or if it's raining, they go right there on that little table. And it's nice because it is something that is very easy to see. It's not hidden in a closet anywhere. And so it reminds my brain, oh, this needs to go away. Let me do that quickly. Let me use my 30-second rule and get this job done. All right, friends, we are almost done. And I think this last one just literally flows with the rest of the other ones. It's super easy to do once you get in a habit of it. And that is clearing surfaces as you go. As you go around your house, like if you're in the bathroom, when you're doing your makeup, don't leave it out. Don't leave it out on that flat surface and keep things cluttered. Put it in the drawer. Create a home for it where it goes. I recently just created a home for our toothpaste in the bathroom because it was bothering me always having it out in the sink. Now, we do have to keep our toothbrushes out because they're electric, so they need to be plugged in. But the toothpaste didn't need to be left out. We could put that away. I just wasn't thinking about it before. So now we have a home inside one of our drawers where the toothpaste goes, and that's just one less thing to have out visually as you go into the bathroom. The same thing goes with makeup, the same thing goes with your hair stuff, creating a home for it inside of a cabinet, inside of a closet. Even if you don't have those things, if you can create a basket that puts those things back in their place, you're gonna get so used to doing it that now it's just second nature. I don't even think about leaving those things out anymore because I know it has a home and I've done it. Like I said, I think the rule is like 30 days. I've done it those many, 30 times and more, that I am so used to putting it away that it's just second nature to me. The more 30-second activities that you can do cleaning off those surfaces, the quicker your house will get done, and you won't have to do a big cleanup day like I used to do. I'd have to take a whole day of like Saturday or Sunday out of my day to clean my house, and that just won't have to happen. You can go out and enjoy your life a lot more. If you've enjoyed this channel and learning about minimizing and decluttering your life, then I guarantee you're gonna like some more videos that I have out. So please remember to hit that subscribe button and come back soon.